Welcome to a spiritually charged and soul-shifting week under the gaze of the Vedic sky. From April 8th to April 13th, 2025, the celestial alignments draw us inward, not to hide, but to confront, release, and recalibrate. The planets and nakshatras this week do not merely pass by as cosmic decorations. They serve as sacred messengers, delivering precise and timely invitations for inner work. This is a week of profound emotional depth, karmic illumination, and divine recalibration. The energy may feel intense, but it is purposeful, pushing you toward alignment with your soul's most authentic trajectory. If you've been drifting, delaying, or denying what your inner voice has been whispering, this week's astrology will not let you stay in spiritual limbo. The universe is actively reordering the currents of your emotional, mental, and energetic life. This forecast is not about prediction for prediction's sake, it's an offering of awareness. As the moon journeys through nakshatras linked to emotional purification, dharma, ancestral healing, and sacred architecture, it opens powerful portals for inner reckoning and soul renewal. These aren't just planetary movements, they are activations. Throughout the week, karmic truths surface, old stories lose their grip, and new insights are born from silence, solitude, and surrender. This isn't a time for bypassing discomfort or rushing into distractions. It's a week to sit with your truth, to feel what's been buried, and to allow your soul's wisdom to guide you through each emotional wave. By the time we arrive at the Libra full moon on April 13th, shining through the divine lens of Chitra Nakshatra, the emotional groundwork will be complete, and a new level of soul clarity will emerge. Let's walk through this week together, one day at a time, with awareness, courage, and reverence. April 8, 2025, Tuesday. Moon in Purva Ashada Nakshatra, Sagittarius. Ruled by Venus and Apis, the water deity. We open the week with the moon floating through Purva Ashada, a nakshatra that acts as a cosmic river, dissolving what's stagnant and reviving the currents of our emotional and spiritual life. Governed by Venus and Apis, the deity of cosmic waters, this placement softens the intensity of fire sign Sagittarius with a nurturing, feminine cleansing force. There is a natural tension here between passion and peace, truth and tenderness, but it's precisely in this tension that real transformation begins. As Jupiter, the great teacher, aspects the moon, an invitation to examine your belief systems and inner narratives arises. Are your emotions flowing freely, or have they been dammed up by outdated perspectives or unresolved pain? Today calls for emotional honesty, not just in conversations with others, but in the sacred dialogue with your own heart. Jupiter's presence amplifies spiritual introspection, encouraging us to reassess long-held beliefs that may no longer serve our highest good. The energy of Purva Ashada is about spiritual renewal, not just on a superficial level, but in the deeper, karmic sense. What emotional residue are you still carrying that no longer aligns with your soul's path? Let go of the stories that bind you to past pain, and allow your heart to heal through surrender. Practices like water rituals, journaling, or simply sitting in stillness with your feelings can help you detox your emotional field and make space for the new wisdom seeking to enter your life. April 9th, 2025, Wednesday. Moon in Uttara Ashada, late Sagittarius. Ruled by the Vishwadevas, the universal gods of Dharma. On April 9th, the moon moves into Uttara Ashada, a nakshatra that resonates deeply with themes of dharma, integrity, and righteous action. This lunar shift highlights the larger soul purpose that we are here to fulfill, urging us to examine whether our actions are aligned with our highest spiritual truths. The Sun, Moon, and Jupiter energize this zone, creating an intense focus on destiny, long-term goals, and the legacy we wish to leave behind. However, this activation isn't without friction. Saturn forms a square to the moon, creating emotional tension between our responsibilities and the desire for personal freedom. The struggle between commitment and liberation is amplified, and it may feel as though we are being pulled in two opposing directions. Rather than attempting to bypass the discomfort, this day invites you to embrace the pressure. It is through this tension that you are being refined, like gold in the fire. The weight of responsibilities may feel burdensome, but it is essential to remember that these obligations are not simply obstacles. They are the very stepping stones of your spiritual journey. Each responsibility you carry is part of the greater divine plan, and the challenge today is to ground yourself in that higher purpose. Instead of retreating from duties or feeling overwhelmed by them, rise to meet them with the understanding that your soul is growing stronger with every challenge. This transit is a powerful call to mature emotionally and act with integrity, trusting that each decision you make today is guiding you closer to your true calling. April 10, 2025, Thursday. Moon in Chitra Nakshatra, Capricorn. Ruled by Vishnu, Lord of Sustenance, Cosmic Order and Divine Listening. On Thursday, the moon enters Chitra, a nakshatra deeply connected to wisdom, divine listening and cosmic order. Ruled by Vishnu, the preserver and sustainer of the universe, this placement calls for deep introspection and a heightened sense of listening, not just to others, but to the quiet whispers of your own soul. As the moon conjuncts Pluto in Capricorn, the energy of emotional excavation intensifies. Pluto's influence brings deep-rooted issues to the surface, often involving ancestral patterns, old wounds, and repressed memories. These emotional revelations may feel unsettling, but they are necessary for your spiritual rebirth. This is a time to confront what has been buried, whether that's family trauma, societal expectations, or unresolved grief. Shravan's energy asks you to listen beyond the noise of the world. The art of true listening, being still enough to hear the divine guidance speaking from within, becomes your medicine today. By tuning into the quiet, you allow hidden truths to surface. The moon's conjunction with Pluto magnifies this process, revealing what needs to be healed or released for your emotional freedom. Don't shy away from the discomfort of facing these buried emotions. They are the key to unlocking a more profound connection to your soul's wisdom. This is a day for stillness, deep meditation, or quiet reflection, as it is through silence that the wisdom of the universe is heard most clearly. Allow yourself to sit with the discomfort, knowing that these revelations are essential for your spiritual growth. April 11, 2025, Friday. Moon in Dhanishta Nakshatra, Capricorn, Aquarius cusp. Ruled by the Vasus, deities of light, rhythm and abundance. On Friday, the moon shifts into Dhanishta, a nakshatra that bridges the realms of material achievement and humanitarian vision. Positioned at the cusp between Capricorn and Aquarius, Dhanishta offers a unique blend of energy, ambition and structure mixed with the idealism of community and universal love. This nakshatra, ruled by the Vasus, deities associated with light and abundance, brings a surge of vitality and momentum, particularly in the areas of creative expression, movement, and collective action. With Mars as the planetary ruler, there's an undeniable drive to break free from limitations, take action, and channel our inner power toward purposeful creation. Today, the energy of Dhanishta calls us to align our actions with the rhythm of the universe. It's about finding the flow between inner and outer worlds, allowing creativity to emerge without forcing it. The desire to build, innovate, and contribute to something greater than ourselves is strong. This day is ideal for engaging in collaborative projects, creative endeavors, or any form of artistic or community-oriented work that channels your energy into a higher purpose. However, it's essential to ensure that your actions are aligned with your soul's rhythm, not just motivated by ego or external pressure. Let your movements be guided by your inner beat, and trust that the universe is paving the way for you to manifest your dreams into tangible reality. April 12, 2025, Saturday. Moon in Shatabisha Nakshatra Aquarius. Ruled by Rahu, the shadow, the seeker, the dissolver of illusion. Saturday brings us into Shatabisha, a nakshatra that holds the power of deep healing and karmic revelations. Governed by Rahu, the shadow planet, Shatabisha is associated with mysticism, secrets, and the dissolution of illusion. It often brings us face to face with the hidden aspects of our psyche, and it's here that we are invited to confront what has been swept under the rug. The moon's transit through Shatabisha highlights the need for deep introspection and solitude, as well as the power of energetic healing. This nakshatra asks us to face the parts of ourselves we'd rather ignore, whether they involve past trauma, unacknowledged fears, or unresolved karmic cycles. It's a time for karmic resolution, and the energy encourages us to release what no longer serves our highest good. However, the transit is not without emotional friction. Venus squares Saturn today, creating tension in relationships and feelings of unworthiness or emotional restriction. There may be a sense of being stuck, isolated, or unappreciated, which only amplifies the need for internal healing. While the external world may feel emotionally challenging, the gift of Shatabisha lies in its ability to help us confront these shadows and transmute them into wisdom. This day is ideal for spiritual practices that promote healing and energetic clearing, such as meditation, energy work, or even working with plant medicine. Don't resist the solitude or the emotional discomfort. They are essential to your spiritual and emotional recalibration. Trust that this period of detachment is temporary and necessary for your soul's next phase of evolution. April 13, 2025, Sunday. Libra full moon in Chitra Nakshatra. Ruled by Vishwakarma, the celestial architect, and Mars, god of will and direction. The climax of the week arrives with the full moon in Libra, activating the creative and visionary energies of Chitra Nakshatra. Chitra, the star of the artist, is ruled by Vishwakarma, the divine architect, and Mars, the god of action and willpower. This full moon brings the energies of balance, beauty, and structural realignment, highlighting relationships, self-worth, and soul purpose. It is a karmic activation, guided by the nodes of fate, Rahu and Ketu, illuminating the relationships, partnerships, and dynamics that shape our path forward. Expect powerful realizations and awakenings, especially around the ways you've been constructing your life, what needs to be redesigned for greater harmony, purpose, and alignment with your soul's true desires. Under this full moon, the veil lifts, and illusions that have clouded your understanding of yourself and your relationships begin to dissolve. Chitra's influence brings an ability to craft a life of meaning, structure, and divine beauty. You may find yourself receiving revelations about your true purpose, the relationships that need to evolve, and the imbalances that must be corrected. This is not a time for small steps. It's a moment for bold, transformative actions that realign you with your soul's blueprint. Trust the creative energies of this full moon to help you design a life that mirrors your highest vision. As you confront these cosmic truths, remember that the architect of your life is you. It's time to embrace your power to reshape your reality. Closing insight. As we journey through this week, each transit offers us an opportunity to deepen our connection to the divine rhythm of the universe. The moon's dance through Purva Ashada, Uttara Ashada, Shravan, and Dhanishta encourages us to release old emotional baggage, listen to our inner wisdom, and act with integrity and purpose. The shifts we experience in the coming days are not just cosmic phenomena. They are invitations to recalibrate, evolve, and align ourselves more deeply with our soul's mission. The full moon in Libra on April 13th acts as a powerful culmination, urging us to re-examine our relationships, our self-worth, and the structures of our lives. It's a time to craft a new vision, one that is rooted in balance, beauty, and authentic expression. As the celestial bodies shift, so too must we, embracing change with grace and courage. The insights gained this week will help illuminate the path forward, but it's up to us to take inspired action and manifest the highest potential for our lives. Stay open to the whispers of the universe, trust the process, and know that you are supported every step of the way.